Hello students, good morning and welcome back to the online class. So we'll continue with the illustrations. So take on this problem. Okay. See, on 30th of April 34 2019, a fire occurred in the godown of Vaishnavi Limited, and almost the entire stock, which was fully insured, were destroyed. This salvage was taken at the agreed valuation of 15,000. Means everything is destroyed except 15,000 worth goods were saved. The following informations were obtained. Stock on 1/1/2019, that is the opening stock. Purchases less returns from 1/1/2019 to the date of fire. So means it is a net purchase. Purchase less returns. They have deducted the returns. So this is the information relating to current year. It is the year means the in which year the fire has occurred means till the date of fire, and the sales less returns from 1/1/2019 to the date of fire. So again sales. So the information that is relating to the current year. But the one thing that is changed in this problem, that is the gross profit on the sales during the last 5 years were. So they have given the gross profit that is of last 5 years. We are in the current year and the previous 5 years the gross profit rate is given. Now what to do with that information? The thing is, if they give the gross profit for the past many years, it may be 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you have to take the average. You have to take the average. You studied arithmetic mean, right? So what is the formula? Summation x divided by n, correct? You have to total, you have to sum it up all the figures, then you have to divide it by number of years. Same thing you have to follow here. You have to add all the percentage, divide by number of years. Here the number of year is 5. Okay, that is the rate of gross profit. Okay, next sentence. The salvaged stock was renovated and made fit for sale at a cost of 8,000. Means 15,000 worth goods were saved from fire. It was renovated, means it was corrected, added some features. So it means to renovate, they incurred 8,000. To renovate, the additional cost incurred 8,000. Okay, means see, the some goods were saved means you cannot directly sell it because there may be some small damage in that goods. So what they do, the what goods they have saved, they will renovate it, means they will make it ready for sale by adding some features or by renovating, making some changes. They incurred 8,000. So 15,000 worth goods, they added 8,000 worth cost they have incurred on that, and they sold part for 26,000. So they have sold it for 26,000 and the balance valued was 4,000. Means 26,000 worth they have sold, still remaining 4,000 balance still remaining. So you have to work out fire claim, means you have to calculate what is the rate of gross profit by using the average method. You have to prepare memorandum trading account, then you have to prepare the statement. Okay, and salvaged stock account. So this information is needed and this should be recorded in salvaged stock account. Okay, so now let's start with the problem. First you have to calculate the average rate of gross profit. How to calculate? You have to add the percentage, then you divide by number of years. Year 5 years, so you have to divide by 5. So right, calculation of average rate of gross profit. Okay, now you start with the memorandum trading account. You know how to prepare memorandum trading account, right? So do it. Just 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes. Start. Okay, check your answer. So the memorandum trading account for the period between 1/1/2019 to 30/4/2019. So first you have to take the opening stock. So the opening stock is 2,40,000. So then it is purchase less returns. So that is the net purchase 10,20,000. Sales less returns, that is the net sale value 11,60,000. So then the rate of gross profit that we calculated, that is the average rate of gross profit, you got 31%. That 31% you have to multiply with the sale value. So the sale value is 11,60,000. So 11,60,000 into 31%. It comes to 3,59,600. The difference is closing stock. So the total is 16,90,600 and the difference 4,59,600. So if you done it right, then you go for the statement, that is the actual loss. So statement showing loss suffered by the trader. Okay, do it. Okay, check your answer. Value of stock on the date of fire 4,59,600, that we just now calculated by preparing memorandum trading account. Stock salvaged 15,000. So the amount of loss suffered by the trader, or that is the value of stock destroyed by fire, that is 4,44,600. Okay, so in this problem, you have to prepare the new ledger account, that is salvaged stock account. Okay, salvaged stock account. Listen, now you know what is salvaged stock, right? Means the goods is saved. So to what extent the goods is saved, it is still there in my hand. Now first we have to record the actual stock saved. Now what is the actual stock saved? That is 15,000. See the first, the second sentence, that is the salvage was taken at an agreed valuation of 15,000. That is the actual stock saved. Now, what is the journal entry? So, whenever there is a stock salvage, so the journal entry is salvaged stock account debtor to stock destroyed account. So the journal entry is salvaged stock account debit to debtor to stock destroyed account. So from stock destroyed, you have to deduct the stock salvaged. So the journal entry is salvaged stock account debit to stock destroyed account. I repeat, stock salvaged is deducted from stock destroyed. Okay, means the closing stock. Stock destroyed means the entire value of the stock, that is closing stock. From there you deduct the stock salvaged. Now, so you have saved 15,000 worth of goods. What you done with that goods? You have added something to that. Means you incur some expenses for renovating the goods. So what is the cost you incurred? 8,000. Right? Means you have incurred some extra cost for renovation of that goods. So what is the journal entry for the cost incurred? Means you have paid that money. So salvaged stock account debit to bank account. The entry is salvaged stock account debit to bank account. Means you have added some more cost on the goods saved. Okay, you have added, you have renovated, now the goods is ready. Now what you can do with that goods? You have to sell that goods. When you sell, you receive the money. So what is the journal entry? Bank account debit to salvaged stock account. Means the salvaged stock account sold. So the journal entry is bank account debit to salvaged stock account. What next? So you have incurred some expenses on the stock salvaged. So 15,000 goods left with you. You have added some more features, some more items to renovate that thing. So you have incurred 8,000. So part of the stock is sold for 26,000. Here it is, right? So the balance was still left. That is nothing but a balance carried down. Now the stock is the asset. So brought down will be the debit balance and the carried down will be the credit balance. So by balance carried on 4,000. By balance carried on 4,000. I repeat, stock is an asset. Opening balance of an asset is a debit. So asset, always the opening balance will be debit. Closing balance will be credit. Okay. So here the stock, the balance was valued at, means that is the remaining stock. So that is the closing stock value. It comes to 4,000. The difference is transferred to profit and loss account. The difference is transferred to profit and loss account. So the total is 30,000. Total 30,000, and the difference is from 30,000 you have to deduct 15,000 and 8,000, that is 23,000. It comes to 7,000. It comes to 7,000. So this is salvaged stock account. Okay. So this is illustration number 8. Now we'll move to the next illustration. Sorry, illustration number 8. Yeah. Illustration number 9. So illustration number 9. Mr. Mohan took out the fire insurance policy containing an average clause covering his stock for 50,000. So the fire insurance policy is taken for 50,000. On the date of fire, the value of stock was 80,000, that is the closing stock value. Actual loss of stock after deduction for salvaged stock was assessed at 40,000. Find out the amount of insurance claim to be lodged with the insurance company after applying average clause. Okay, listen. So this is the third type of problem where you have to apply the average clause method. Now average clause method means, so you have taken some policy. So I will give the example. So I explain with the example. You have taken the policy of 1 lakh and the actual closing stock on the date of fire is 2 lakh. Okay, so 1 lakh policy has been taken, the closing stock is 2 lakh. It means the 1 lakh policy is taken for 2 lakh. But the fire was occurred, and you could save 50,000 worth of goods. Now the value of the actual loss, the value of the lost that is incurred by the person is 1,50,000, right? 2 lakh worth of closing stock, out of which 50,000 worth of goods were saved. So the actual loss is 1,50,000, and the policy is taken on the original closing stock, that is on 2 lakh. Means 1 lakh is taken for actually the closing stock of 2 lakh. Then what the amount I can claim from the insurance company if I incur the loss of 1,50,000? That is average clause. Means you are converting your policy money into the average loss. Okay, so see the problem, that Mr. Mohan took out the fire insurance policy containing an average clause covering his stock for 50,000. Means the what is the closing stock he gets, on that he has taken the policy up to 50,000, policy of 50,000, not up to, policy of 50,000. Okay, so in this problem, my closing stock is 80,000. See this next sentence. On the date of fire, the value of stock was 80,000. When the fire occurred, the value of the closing stock was 80,000. It means the average clause says my closing stock was 80,000 and the policy I taken on the stock is 50,000. Means that is for 80,000. Okay. This is the policy amount. This is the policy, and this is the closing stock. This is the stock. So I have taken the stocks here. Insurance policy containing an average clause covering the stock for 50,000. Means this 80,000 worth covers 50,000 worth policy. But the actual loss of stock after deducting the salvaged stock assessed to 40,000. Means some units were saved. So after the saving some units, what actual loss I incurred, on this what amount of policy I can claim. In the sense, this is average clause. It is not that you have taken the policy of 50,000 and you saved 40,000, means entire 50,000 you can claim. No, means you are taking the proportionate. That is, proportionate is nothing but average clause. Okay, so I give one formula. If you forget the formula, you apply this one. Okay, this method, cross multiplication. If you forget the formula, you apply the cross multiplication. And note one thing, this is very important for your semester exam. They are asking questions on average clause every year. Every year they have asked the questions on average clause for 12 months. Okay. Okay, now what is the formula? Amount of claim means total amount I can claim is equals to actual loss of stock into sum assured divided by value of stock on the date of fire. Value of stock on the date of fire. So substitute the values. What is the actual loss of stock here? My actual loss is 40,000. Sum assured means the policy amount. The policy amount is 50,000 divided by value of stock on the date of fire, that is the closing stock value, that is 80,000. So 40,000 into 50,000 divided by 80,000 is equals to rupees 25,000. Means amount of claim I can claim for rupees 25,000. If you forget the formula, then you apply the cross multiplication. How to apply the cross multiplication? See, 80,000 is the closing value, 80,000 is the closing stock, and the policy amount is 50,000. Means if my closing stock is 80,000, I have claimed the I have taken the policy for 50,000. Means the 80,000 is the closing stock, then the 50,000 is the policy amount. If the loss is 40,000, means I incurred loss 40,000. Means to what extent I can claim? Means what extent I can claim the policy, and I am going to receive the money. So cross multiplication. So cross multiplication 40,000 into 50,000 divided by 80,000. Same thing we have written here, 40,000 into 50,000 divided by 80,000. Okay, so this is average clause. This is average clause. So for your semester examinations, so usually they ask a question from the average clause method. So average clause method, first you have to prepare the trading account, then the rate of gross profit you have to calculate, then you have to prepare the memorandum account, trading account, then you have to prepare the statement, then you have to apply the formula. Okay, so full-fledged problem you get for 12 marks in your semester examination. Means first you have to prepare trading, then you have to calculate the rate of gross profit, then you have to prepare the memorandum trading account, then you have to prepare the statement, then you have to calculate the amount of claim under average clause method. Okay, so I hope you understood this problem. So the remaining problems on the average class will solve in the next class. So today I wind up with this illustration number 9. Okay, so keep practicing. Okay, keep practicing. You just see the formula, you study the formulas. When we come in the next class, when we meet in the next class, we will solve the other problems. Okay, thank you.